debate. The honourable member for Elmwood-Transcona.
Merci, Monsieur le Président.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Comme objectif de...
The Canadian Armed Forces have as a goal to 15% of their members, but the Auditor General in a report published in November 2016 said that they cannot reach this goal because they don't have any strategy. Can the Minister of National Defence tell the House what strategy the forces have to achieve this 25% threshold over the next 10 years? The Honourable Minister.
Goal of 25% women in the forces from here 10 years from now, but they don't have a strategy according to the Auditor General. Just wondering, do you have a strategy now?
Honourable Minister.
Do more when it comes to recruitment of women into the Canadian Armed Forces. The Chief of Defence Staff has set a goal of 25%. We have making sure that the recruiting advertisement also reflects this as well. But we also have to be mindful. This is not just about attraction as well. We have to make sure that Operation Honour, we continue full steam ahead there, making sure we root out any type of inappropriate behaviour, making sure we have a good training mechanism and create an environment so that not only we can recruit more women into the Canadian Armed Forces, but also have greater retention as well.
The honourable member for Elmwood-Transcona.
Thank you. So, of course, the question wasn't whether the Minister would reiterate the goal, it was whether or not he has a strategy. So I'll ask again, do you have a strategy to meet your recruitment objectives for women 10 years from now? Yes.
The honourable minister.
Mr. Chair, yes, the Canadian Armed Forces has a strategy. The Chief of Defence Staff not only has put it as a goal, but also to making sure that the recruitment advertisement is focused on women. We have an outreach as well. We have gender-based analysis done in all our policies. Yes, we do have a strategy.
Honourable member for Elmwood-Transcona.
So because there is a strategy, presumably it's in a document, I wonder if the Minister could table that strategy in the House.
The honourable minister.
Mr. Chair, when it comes to recruitment or any other issues, as the critic for his party also knows, I've made our department available. When it comes to information like this, happy to be able to make the right people available to be able to get the direct information.
The honourable member.
We appreciate that very much. We're just wondering, would you table it in the House so that information is available for all members? It's an efficient use of your department's time, after all, to make it available to us all at one time instead of in one office.
The Honourable Minister of National Defence.
Mr. Chair, absolutely. Once we develop the strategies and progress, we're happy to be able to present information, and as we do with many different things. But I just thought that the member had raised the question, very passionate about it, that if he wanted something even more direct, I'd be happy to be able to provide that.
Honourable member for Elmwood-Transcona.
The Chair will pardon my confusion. In the first questions, we were told that there was a strategy, so presumably then it could be tabled. Then we were told that it could be tabled after the strategy was developed. So I'm afraid I'm gonna have to leave it at that with a slight bit of confusion. There are other issues we'd like to cover.
Canada has begun a process of reconciliation with Aboriginals, the Inuit, and the Métis. What is National Defence's strategy when it comes to calls to action for truth and reconciliation?
Mr. Chair, when it comes to our Aboriginal community, our recruitment and our focus, we actually have an advisory group within the Canadian Armed Forces. We have 3 other advisory groups. The Aboriginal Advisory Group advises the Chain of Command. There's also a champion for Aboriginal groups. There are programs like Bold Eagle. We work very closely with our Indigenous community. Department of National Defence is one department of a wider government, and we take our relationship with the Aboriginal community just as our government has put a priority to this.
The honourable member for Elmwood-Transcona.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le...
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. So can the Minister of Defence please tell us then how much his department is investing in activities to encourage the engagement and recruitment and retention of Aboriginals, Métis and Inuit members?
Chair, when it comes to the recruitment within Aboriginal groups and all the greater diversity, we have put a greater emphasis in making sure that we do more to reflect the Canadian Armed Forces, reflect the population of the Canadian Armed Forces when it comes to recruitment. In fact, when it comes to the Defense Policy Review, we actually did a separate a consultation with the Aboriginal community. And we put a lot of emphasis on this, and we want to be able to make sure that the Department of National Defense, as a wider government initiatives, that we also do our part. Thank you.
The honourable member.
So if there is a separate strategy for the recruitment and retention of Indigenous people in the Canadian Armed Forces, how much money has the government allocated for that strategy?
The honourable minister.
Mr. Chair, I will just receive some of the information. For a target of Indigenous and for women, we have put, in total, we have put aside $85 million for this.
Honourable member.
So is that a combined strategy then for the recruitment and retention of women and in Indigenous people, or are there two separate strategies?
The honourable minister.
Mr. Chair, this is the for the total recruitment. I want to also stress to the member, we as a government take our relationship, and when it comes to more recruitment for women, more recruitment of Indigenous community and diversity, we take this extremely seriously, Mr. Chair. When it comes to the wider recruitment strategy, but let's not stop there. We also got to look at how we train, how they're integrated into our units. We have to focus on the environment, and we're taking a whole look at the entire picture, Mr. Chair, and that's what we're focused on.